Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Steve Breach coming to you here today, doing a little investigating on the city of Las Vegas and WWE. We're talking about WrestleMania 41 and the upcoming trip, this upcoming Easter. I know it's early, but I'm already kind of like making my plan of things that I want to do, things that I want to make sure that I'm going to see, whether if it's like going to different resorts, different casinos. I know that a lot of the shows haven't been announced yet and times and things like that, but just kind of like ranking things in the order of how important I think they are. I honestly look back on our trip to Dallas, and two of my most favorite things I did were wrestling related that didn't have to do with wrestling shows. One was actually traveling to the parking lot that used to be the Sportatorium. We were in an open field on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere, looking over downtown Dallas, walking where basically the Von Erichs, walked back in the day, and I thought it was just freaking awesome. From there, we traveled over and we went to the Von Erichs gravesite. I don't really know what there is like for sights to see of Vegas that'll line up with that, but I was thinking of the WWF Casino that was planned to be. In 1998, Vince McMahon and the WWF bought a casino. Yes, they actually thought they were going to fully run a hotel casino in the city of Las Vegas. There was dreams of, basically retired wrestlers being bellhops, being ushers, being the guys that worked in the casino. Kind of like a secondary home for these guys to have a second life to sort of like fund their life after their career in the world of wrestling. There was actually thoughts of them actually having an auditorium, like almost like their own little stadium that they could run wrestling shows nightly. Where I'm guessing guys like D'Lo Brown and Val Venus would work the rest of their life as long as they could. If you were actually going to be traveling to Las Vegas, if you're going to be going to WrestleCon, if you're going to be staying at the WrestleCon Hotel, the Westgate, the lot, which is honestly right across the street from the Westgate, is what used to be what was the WWF Hotel. There was never a sign hung. There was never, basically, there was nothing like put to paper, but for a time period, Vince McMahon actually owned this casino, which was formerly, most notably known during its glory days, of the Clarion Hotel. The Clarion Hotel would go on to be sold down the road as an investment to Debbie Reynolds, who is an actress. She is the mother of Carrie Fisher of Star Wars fame, but Debbie Reynolds was in the not the Sound of Music. She was actually in the Singing in the Rain. I looked this up the other day. Yeah, Singing in the Rain, 1952. And her husband talked her into buying this hotel, which was run down. She put some money into it. She thought it was actually just going to be a place where she could store like some of her past mementos, some treasures from her film career, and it would be some sort of like a museum for the most part. But she bought it in 1992, and in 1997, the hotel went into bankruptcy, and in 1998, Vince McMahon bought it. I'm not 100% sure if in 1998 the WWF had gone public yet. But as a part of like worldwide domination, I think there was so much money in the Attitude Era rolling into the WWF. They were really starting to like steamroll over WCW with Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock, that I think they just literally were looking for anything that they could put money into that was going to get bigger. Within purchasing the Debbie Reynolds Hotel Casino, they were thinking they were going to have to put money into it. This is a casino that basically had been opened since the shoot, when was this? It opened in 1970. So they were going to refurbish rooms. They were going to, try and build like a steakhouse that was going to be called like Vince's Steakhouse. I'm guessing that there was going to be ketchup put on each and every table out there on the table. But I guess when they got into this, they didn't really know about the gaming laws of Las Vegas, and basically they would be looking into like each and everything that Vince McMahon had ever said, had ever done. You have to be licensed in order to be a part of it, and they already looked at how much money they were going to be putting into, refurbishing the hotel, refurbishing all the things that, at a loss, Vince just basically said, "Hey, we don't want it. We don't need this trouble. We don't want a hotel. We don't want a casino. We're out. We fold." And they ended up selling it to a Chicago firm that was an investment firm. They ended up redoing it themselves. They called it the Greek Isles. The hotel was open until 2010, until they sold, and it became the Clarion Hotel, which then went out of business and was closed. And they basically tore it down, sold it to somebody else, which plan was to build a new hotel there. It's been 4 years since they tore it down, and maybe it's just because of like COVID that nothing has been done yet, and it's still just an open field. This is like way down the strip. It's almost where the Stratosphere is, to tell you where it is, but to have open land in Las Vegas is beyond the point of crazy. I'm surprised they haven't built something there, but it's a spot that is not going to be far from where I'm going to be. I'm definitely going to be making a video from what was formerly the WWF Casino Hotel.